Hey boys, how you doing? This is your daddy. Oh, it's funny. As I was doing that in my mind, I was like, "You guys gonna love that when you're 7." I was like, "Okay, wait. When you're like 37, though, you're gonna like, I thought you were a dork, dad." Hey, well, at least your girlfriends think I was fun and funny, and they'll like me. Um, because most parents don't show that kind of fun and zaniness. We only do it when you're little kids. We stop it when you get older. Usually, I don't know why. I don't think I will. Ain't that right, Athena? Yeah. Anyways, what I wanted to share with you today, boys. Today, I'm going to talk about two things that help me stay mind and body strong. A lot of people like I guess some people do these things. Some people probably try to do these things, but I think these these two things I've done so much in my lifetime that it's second nature for me to do it. I don't even realize so one of them I don't realize I do it half the time. And there was about a 4 year, 5 year period I slowed down on doing one of them, and it felt weird, and I noticed it, and I actually gained the most weight I ever gained during that time period. But I've been going. I've ever since that. That was like probably my 20s, mid 30s. I think I did it. But anyways, the two things. Drum roll. One, skipping steps. I don't mean skipping steps in the process. Like if you're making a recipe, you don't. If you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you don't go bread, peanut butter, cheddar, because you didn't even mention the second slice of bread. You didn't mention the jelly. If you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you didn't mention the jelly. You can't skip the jelly in the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's just peanut butter sandwich then. You can't skip the cracking eggs open if you're making scrambled eggs. Just toss the egg in there and beat it and scramble it. Yeah, crack egg first. So I'm not talking about skipping steps that way. I'm talking about skipping steps, physical steps when you go places. I'm still doing a lot of door to door delivery right now, trying to keep ends meet ends. And when I'm doing them, I actually if there's apartments, especially apartments, I skip steps. I go left right like everyone else obviously, but I skip a middle step every single time. Um, and it tires my legs out a little bit, but it keeps me in shape. It keeps me spry, keeps me loose. Um, ever since I was a kid until now, and Daddy be 50 in a couple of years. I can still stand on one leg and put on my socks and don't lose my balance. I don't need to lean against the wall. I don't need to do none of that. I can sit on one leg and do a lot of stuff still, and that requires balance without even thinking twice about it because my legs are strong. And they're not Herculean strong, but I haven't ran track in 22 years, I think. Almost, yeah, almost half my life I haven't ran track, and that's how long it's been since the last time I ran. And my legs still are great shape. My center balance is still great because to skip steps is not just about leg strength; it is balance. And you learn to end your equilibrium becomes better. I don't use the railing. Also, that's another thing. Whenever I go upstairs, I don't use railings. Period. And when I go downstairs, I hover my hands above the railings in case I ever lose my balance because I'm not just gonna be silly enough to think that I'm perfect. I can miss a step or something. I'm not done. So I keep my hand probably about an inch or two above the railings, but I don't touch them. That way, it's all balance. It's all equilibrium. And I think that's one of the things you can do that don't cost you nothing. You don't have to get no gym membership. You don't have to. If you just make that your mindset, it's nothing that you got to go out of your way to do. And I think if a lot of people did that, they would be in better shape. So that's how you keep your body in shape. It's something as simple, so routine. Just skip steps, going up, not down. Don't try to skip going down. That's crazy. I've never done that, and that doesn't really help nothing if you think about it. I mean, it, you lean forward, you almost fall. I mean, and you lean forward, so you're getting off balance. If anything, when you go up steps, you have to keep your back pretty much straight. And if you can't keep it straight, you have to lean a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it still helps strengthen your back at different stages of your life you're in. And the balance, like I say, doing the balance, you got to keep yourself upright like this. So you got to keep yourself upright like this, and you keep yourself balance like this. So skipping steps is a great thing to do. That's how you keep your body strong. How you keep your mind strong is really simple. Play word games. I don't care if it's Scrabble. I don't care if it's Words with Friends, if that's still around. You know, I don't care if it's Hangman. You know, Hangman's one of the easiest ones to play in the beginning. It gets your mind thinking. Will of Fortune is still be around. You know, and when I say word games, I don't mean Jeopardy. Jeopardy's not a word game. Jeopardy's a game where you have to know knowledge, information, and the smarter you are, more successful you are. And if you're like me, you watch Jeopardy, you get frustrated because I honestly, it's funny. Your dad has a genius IQ, literally a genius IQ. Um, I and I watch Jeopardy, and if there's 40 questions, I can answer like four. It makes me feel so stupid. But you got to remember, genius isn't information that you have stored in your mind. That's knowledge. Sorry, that's just information you have. That's knowledge. It's not wisdom. You know, wisdom and knowledge are two different things. Knowledge, you can be very knowledgeable in something and have no kind of sense of wisdom because you have no life experience. You know, so Jeopardy is all about knowledge. It's not really word games, but Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Because if you see, let's think of a good one. Um, hmm, there we go. B space T space H. Okay, if you don't have a good vocab and you kind of, a little bit bad mindset, you gonna think the BITCH word. That's what you gonna think first. You see B space or B blank T blank H. Okay, but if you have actually played word games, you kind of use a little bit of common sense, and you know, with a fortune ain't gonna have that word on the screen. So your brain is gonna like, okay, I gotta figure out another word instead of going to that word, and then you're gonna think batch, butch. There's two words right there. I'm sure there might be some other ones I ain't thinking of right now. But that's makes your mind thinking. It keeps your mind fresh and young. You know, just that little bit there. I bet you, even if you watch this right now, you probably didn't think butch. You probably thought you might have thought batch, but we know what most people think when they say B blank T blank H. And so like I said, it's just it keeps your mind fresh, and so if you what I mean how I meant earlier that I don't even notice I do with this is I see a game like Words of Friends when it first came out, I downloaded it almost instantly. I'm like, oh, I gotta get it, Scrabble, oh, gotta get it, it's just because I want that challenge, and it helps you learn words you never even knew. It helps you figure out things that you never even thought about figuring out before. It helps in so many ways, and that translates to other things. Um, I never used the word denizen until I saw it in the game. A denizen, like citizen, it's pretty much the same as citizen, but denizen is Dezines. Most people don't know what that word is. I didn't know it until I played a Scrabble game. I think it was Scrabble. It might have been Words with Friends. I don't know. But anyways, my point is, you expand your vocab, which will keep your mind fresh, and always expanding your vocab will keep that cycle going. So skip steps physically, not in plans. We have routine or something. Do the right steps, um, and then make sure your mind game, your word games, your mind games. How you gonna say it? Word play. Test your brain. Another good one. I do, which they'll have some other version of it out by then. They're always this has been around forever. Um, there's two other kind of games you can do to keep your mind fresh. Um, and then I'll give you one more about keeping your body young. The body young is a little bit when you're younger, of course. Play the games that where you have four pictures, and you have to figure out what those four pictures have in common. That gets you thinking big time. I play that game every day. Mine is actually called. Let me see the name of it, which I don't think it'd be around again, but it's some really cheesy name too. So hold on. Mine is called Four Picks, One Word. Maybe it can't get more simple explaining than that. Four picks, one word. Um, And what I do, and hopefully I can show you on the screen in case you guys don't understand what I'm talking about. Um, it shows me four. Hold on, let's see, too close. You can't see. Anyways, it shows me four pictures, and I got to figure out what the four pictures have in common. And it gives me the spots at the bottom to guess what word in the common. Those are awesome. I love doing those. And your grandma, she loves finding the pictures, and I don't have this game on my phone. We have two pictures that look identical, and you have to spot the differences. Paying attention to detail, wordplay, all that will keep your brain active, and keep it young, keep it fresh. Okay. And last one I'm tell you about is I used to do this as a kid. So again, if you guys are watching this early, I hope you are 3, 4 years, 5, 6 years old. Um, I ran everywhere, literally. I've heard stories about how Larry Bird used to go to the park and shoot basketballs, 14, 15 hours a day. And when he was in middle school, high school, or, I hear about athletes who, get up in sunrise and don't stop to the nighttime. I couldn't do all that. My life was not that. Um, I didn't have that much around me that was taken care of where I could just do that. But what I did do was anytime I had to go anywhere, I ran. I mean, if I went to the store to play video games, I ran. Went to the store to buy candy, I ran. After school, even when I was on the track team, I ran home. Even on the way to school, I ran to school. I just always ran, and I didn't say sprint. Make sure you understand that. I'm not running so fast that my legs can't keep up and I'm exhausted. I ain't trying to be smelly all day at school, right? What I'm saying? But I would try. I would move faster. I would never let myself just walk anywhere. And even between classes, I walked fast. I walk fast now. People usually tell me, "Hey, slow down. You're walking too fast." I kept my body active because the one thing you're gonna regret if you don't is when you get older, when you're in your 40s, 50s, you can't even get out of bed without help. You're gonna be upset with yourself because you think I could have done something different. I could not. I could have done something to prevent me from being in this stage right now. Now sometimes you can't help it. Accidents happen, injuries happen. Disease, stuff like that. Just physically like out of control. But I'm telling you things that are in your control. So always run from A to B. Get to A B because realistically, no matter if you walk or run, A to B is still the same distance. But if you get there early, you have more time on your hands. And that's what I love. That's why I ran home because if I ran home after school, that means I got more time to play my video games. If I ran to the store to get candy, it means I had the candy in my mouth faster. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that mindset that running is good. And it took me to the state championships, huh? Boys, whatever you want to say. It's pretty awesome. I mean, and right now, um, I would hate to be anyone who was not active, who had to jump back into what I jumped back into. I wasn't super active for the last couple, years. I've been trying to raise you guys and do the right thing and staying home. But I had to jump back into the fire pit, a little, figuratively, and I'm succeeding. My feet hurt a little bit more than I thought they would, but the rest of the body's a piece of cake. I just need better shoes. That's all it is, because I can't afford them right now. I'm not a guilty people. That's just my shoes are old. But short of that, no, it's gravy. And I actually went and got some insoles. They helped a little bit. But I don't know any advice on how to help your feet. Find a good person who's massaging for you. I don't know. I don't know. People touch my feet kind of gross. I don't want you to touch my feet. Get away from my feet. So, anyways, boys, gotta get going. Um, I got a few things to take care of today, but God has been great. he has he's done some amazing stuff just yesterday alone. I even woke up to good news today, so I can't wait. I love you, boys.